Hello and welcome on into the Iceline Quad Rinks in Westchester, Pennsylvania. We've got the Silver Sticks tournament coming up for you next. This is Midnight Sports. All right, getting set here in Westchester, PA. This is the Silver Sticks tournament. And the New York Stars have trundled on down the New Jersey Turnpike, hung a right into Pennsylvania. And here we are in Westchester, PA. Stars tonight take on the Wilmington Nighthawks in 18U AA hockey. Tomorrow, back in action against Snyder Hockey, team they've already faced this year. We'll get to that in a second. That's at 1:15 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, September 6th. And then again in action tomorrow night at 9 p.m. against Team Philadelphia. The Stars are. We'll have all the coverage for you right here on Midnight Sports, subject to carrier restrictions. And if the Stars do well in their 3 round robin games, there are 8 teams in the Division 4 move on to the playoffs. Those will be Sunday morning and afternoon, depending on results. And so the Stars take on the Wilmington Nighthawks from just across the border in Delaware. The Nighthawks 2-2 on the season. Early yet in this 2025-2026 season, the Nighthawks opened with a loss to the Igloo Jaguars, who are also at this tournament, by a score of 1-3, and then a loss to the New Jersey the Colonials. Need to get those reading glasses adjusted, by a score of 4-5. And now on a 2-game win streak since August 16th. First beating the Carolina Junior Canes 4-2 and the Delaware Blue Hens 7-0. The Stars come in with a 2-2 record of their own. The aforementioned Snyder Hockey Club beating the Stars in the season opener at the EJEPL Diamond 1 Showdown in Exton, PA a couple of weekends ago by a score of 0-3. The Stars struck back, though struck late against the Flyers Youth with a 2-1 win with just a couple of minutes to go in that one, then dropped a decision against the Pennsylvania Huntsmen at the Huntsmen's home rink, but came back the next day on August 24th and beat the Genesis Hockey Club Diamond 2 team by a score of 6-1. And so both teams 2-2, one team looking to go ahead and get above 500 for what would be the first time this season for either team. 1 minute and 13 seconds left to go on the warm-up clock here in Westchester, PA. We can't thank you enough for joining us for Friday Night Lights. It's Friday night. It's Midnight Sports. We'll see you in a moment. Enjoy this extended look in at warm-ups here from Westchester. All right, just a little last-minute strategy going on at the Stars net as they collect some pucks. They're going to be moving right to left in this. Well, we'll see if it's 3 periods or 2 halves. 23 minutes on the clock right now. We'll keep you abreast of what happens there and whether that time stays up. The Silver Sticks rules were not promulgated before the tournament, and so we're going to do our best to adjust things here. I've got the OG up here in the booth with me. D-Biz back on the camera and the production. You'll notice a marked improvement in both here from Westchester, PA. Stars getting pumped up. It'll be Donaghy and net here for the Stars in their road navy blues. They'll be moving right to left on your screen as we open up here. Nighthawks in their home white jerseys with green and darker green trim. And so no confusing these two teams out there. We'll see who Coach O'Brien rolls out as the first 5 skaters to see the ice late here on a Friday night in Pennsylvania. It doesn't get much better than this. It might be warm outside on this September evening, but it's ice cold in here, pun intended. And so it looks like it'll be Bizarro out there with O'Leary and Nicolaitis. O'Day and Druda as the defensive pairing. O'Leary to take this drop. Nicolaitis will be to his right. Bizarro to his left. Boards being pounded. And we are just about ready to roll here from Iceline Quad Rinks. Beautiful vantage point up here in Rink 2 as the goaltender's just being checked. And we are ready to go. No net in front of us here. We'll duck if any puck comes our way for you. But it looks like just waiting on the scorekeeper. There goes the whistle, and we're off and running here. 22:30 was the final number put on the clock. We'll keep you abreast. Of course, the scoreboard on your screen is just suggestive of what's going on in the arena. D-Biz is operating it himself to try and keep up with the board. In any event, it's the Stars trying to break out of their own zone here. O'Day has the puck, chips it up toward Bizarro, who avoids what would have been a late hit. Gets a woo from the bench. Nicolaitis fires that in. Netminder for the Nighthawks has to play it. And so the Stars look to keep the zone through Druda. They do. It's punched on in. And the hitting is hot and heavy. In the initial going, it's O'Day who nearly steps into a man. He gets laid, but O'Leary happy to lay the wood right under the camera well here as Bizarro takes over. He fires in. Shot blocked by the Nighthawks. Onward we play. It's O'Day now stepping into one. That one goes off a shin guard, and here come the Nighthawks the other way. It's a 3-on-1 if they hurry. All the way back is Druda. The Nighthawks look for a trailer. Druda does very well on a stick lift in this initial shift, and now the Nighthawks have to get back. All the way across comes Belonik seeing the ice for the first time tonight. He's got Bergman and Rosick out there with him as the Nighthawks look to come the other way. Getting all the way back is Viscoso and Kocher in all alone, and it's Donaghy who stands tall and is able to pop that right on up into the glove. Patrick Donaghy called as the Nighthawks look to come the other way. And he's getting all the way back is Viscoso and Kocher in all alone. Nothing between them with 21-7 left to go here in the first. That's a face-off win that Donaghy's just going to jump right on after. It went off a couple of skates in the slot. We'll do it all over again with 21:05 left to go in the first frame here. Belonik stands over the near circle in the defensive zone. Puck sits at the dot. It's kicked wide. Nighthawks look to take over. They'll dump in. Firing on it is Kocher. And Kocher with Viscoso as his defensive pair out there. Able to work that puck up toward Rosick, who throws it up to the blue line and beyond. Now Bergman on the forecheck, able to knock a man down, and Belonik tracks it down on the back check, works it up to the point, but not out. Ooh, a deflection could have carried that on net. Instead, the shot spun wide. Onward we play here. Stars looking cross ice, can't quite connect. It's the Nighthawks right on back. Donaghy kicks that aside to the near corner. And stepping into his man there is Nico Viscoso. Puck played back over toward Bergman. It's going to roll all the way out of the zone for the Nighthawks to collect in the neutral zone. The speed is quick and the hitting is heavy here in the early going as Kocher picks up that puck in his own end. On the backhand, tries to throw that up to the strong side. He's got Russo out there for support now. Russo in that corner, able to flick that puck, not up and out. Nighthawks have it in the slot. That shot was blocked by a combination of Stars there. Looks like Viscoso might have taken it off the forearm. He's going to stay out there, though, as the Nighthawks pick up in their own end. Going all the way across the blue line with a pass are the Nighthawks, and now they'll enter the offensive zone. Viscoso able to hit a man once more. Nighthawks throw that wide of the cage. It's going to hit the curved wall and come all the way out for Wilmington to go back to collect it. Stavios now with Gitman on the forecheck. Russo able to pick up that puck, but it's delayed off sides, and he'll have to tag up at the blue line. He does. Nighthawks take over once more. Gitman able to get in the way of a pass there. Druda dumps a man down. O'Day is back, though. Maybe a 2-on-1 developing here. Shot goes wide as Davios had come all the way back to make it a 2-on-2. And now the Stars look to get this puck up and out of their zone. Stick lift keeps it there for now. Russo to try and dig it from that far half wall. It's Russo and O'Day all over there, man. Pass comes through the slot. Druda able to redirect that to the near corner. And so now the Stars still trying to get that puck up and out. Officials letting a lot go here in the early going, setting the tone for this game. It's now Druda all over his man in the corner. Nighthawks will cycle to the far side. O'Day on his man there. O'Day trying to separate his man from the puck. He does. This one's going to be fired all the way up and down. Stars will just ice it to get a break in the action. And mercifully for this commentator, just a little bit of time off the mic. 18:41 left to go here in the opening frame. And it'll be the Stars rolling their first line back out there now. It's O'Leary, Nicolaitis, and Bizarro. O'Leary to take the drop on his favorite backhand. He wins it over toward the half wall. The Nighthawks will just dump on in. Wilmington now trying to cycle that puck. O'Leary all over his man behind the cage. Nighthawks have to work it up to the top of the zone. They keep it there. It's Nicolaitis now on the forecheck. That puck took a terrible carom off the stanchion. Popped right on out. That is horrible puck luck. You won't see a worse bounce in hockey than that. But the Nighthawks made no mistake about it. With 18:23 left to go in the opener, that puck hit the metal stanchion. Popped right on out to the low slot. Donaghy never able to see it because it took such a strange bounce. That's not on anyone in a Navy jersey. That is most certainly on the rink designer and no more. And so the Stars, with some bad luck, will have to strike back here to even it up as we tick toward 18 minutes left to go in this opening frame. It's Kocher able to jam up that zone breakout at first. The Nighthawks have to reset. They'll come right across into the offensive zone now. Viscoso all the way back looking to block the pass. It was a saucered pass that missed all sticks. And so now that's Bergman going forward with the puck. He got interfered with, but again, officials letting it go in both directions, so no complaints can be had here as the Nighthawks look to set something up. They chip it on into the zone, rolling puck to be found by Kocher, who reverses well over to Viscoso. Viscoso shepherds that puck up to the point, but not out just yet. Nighthawks come all the way in. They look for a wraparound. It was Kocher who got down to block the slot pass. Nighthawks able to keep it in the zone. Still the Nighthawks. They'll fire that through a bunch of traffic. And Donaghy square to the shooter. Makes the save with 17:28 left to go here in the first frame. Well, a lot of action in this one. Stars nearly giving as good as they got in the start of it. Just a terrible bounce off the glass separating these teams so far. It's a win there by the Nighthawks. Fluttering puck in. It knuckled down on Donaghy. It's been covered now for a few seconds. And the officials able to blow the whistle there after Donaghy and O'Leary giving a what for to the Nighthawks forward that kept on digging. Well, hard to blame, of course, the Nighthawks forward there. The whistle hadn't gone, so why not? But this will be a face-off on the near circle. Bizarro tries to touch it past a man. Goes off a skate, fired in. Puck still fluttering in the slot. It was Nicolaitis who was able to get stick on puck and work that over to the far corner. Nighthawks fire in once more. That puck was deflected down but wide. And Wilmington looks to set up once more. It's O'Day in the near corner. He's got a man all over him. Bizarro and O'Leary for support. O'Leary able to touch that puck to the far corner with speed now. O'Leary nearly on the breakout, but that puck comes off the stick, and here come the Nighthawks once more. Donaghy, big reach, gets the stick on it, throws it to the corner, And now it's O'Leary once again going to work at the near half wall. He's got Pizarro for support. Pizarro turns, spins, gets out of the way of a big hit, and it's O'Day coming across the neutral zone with that puck. He's able to chop it in, and he can turn and go for a line change if he wants. Isikoff out there now with Pizarro and Kotcher. Viscoso joins the party. Puck dumped all the way in. Back for it is Kotcher. He takes a huge hit behind the net, but he made a play with it, and now that puck worked over to Isikoff. And he's able to work it all the way across for Pizarro, who's curled back to the neutral zone for it. He gains the line, does Pizarro. That puck goes off a couple of pads. Kotcher looked like he had kept the zone there, but a whistle from the neutral zone stops play. Excuse me, maybe it was all the way in the offensive end. No one right on the blue line, but always difficult with two officials in these games to have one stand at each blue line. You'll miss a lot of the play below the net, and so officials doing their best out there to call this game as fairly as possible. That face-off worked forward by Wilmington, but it's the Stars getting back in a hurry. Viscoso and Isikoff trying to cycle that puck up and out. Davios now on it. Wilmington takes over, top of the near circle. They'll chip it down low and get back to work in the offensive zone. It's the Stars trying to get that puck up and out. It's going to roll all the way across toward Kotcher. Does soft pass it up to Gitman, and Davios able to slap that puck into the offensive end. It hit all sticks, and so there'll be no icing as Isikoff back trying to work it deeper for Davios as that puck just sits in the near corner momentarily. And now the Nighthawks will take over and work it to some open ice. Nighthawks trying to pour forward. It's Druda able to jam up any zone entry, and Isikoff's now one-on-one with his man back into the offensive zone. Isikoff there, laser shot in, saved very nicely by the Nighthawks, and a freeze from the Wilmington netminder will take us down to 15:09, and an offensive zone drop for the team from Brooklyn. This will be Bergman, Belonik, Rosick, O'Day, and Druda. It's the Stars' clean win on the faceoff, cycled back for the faceoff winner. Belonik now fired in right into the glove of the Wilmington goaltender. We're going to do it all over again. On the far side of the ice, it was a Rosick shot, and it was saved nicely by Wilmington. Stars again with a clean win. Druda able to keep that puck in the zone. Comes off a shin guard, though, on the shot, and so here comes Wilmington. Back the other way. Donaghy does well to stop the initial one. The rebound got caught on the toe pad. Wilmington touches that one home after a deflection. Donaghy even got a stick on the follow-up there in the low slot, but Wilmington able to crash the net and score. 14:49 left to go here in the opening frame. Wilmington gets low into the slot there, and they're able to touch that puck home. Shots 10-3 right now in the Delaware team's favor, and so this will be the Stars trying to get this puck up and out of their zone, able to win it back to their blue line off the faceoff where the Stars, little stop and go there by Kotcher, able to keep Wilmington from taking the puck from it. It's now the Nighthawks right back in the offensive end, throwing it toward the slot, but that's what's going to be touched out of the zone by Pizarro. Wilmington has to track back to their own zone for it. Nighthawks back on the puck, trying to feather something up by the logo. Instead, the Stars take over, but only momentarily. Here come the Nighthawks once more. They shoot that high and wide. And so the Stars will look to get that puck up and out, this time through James Nicolaitis. He's got the puck in the neutral zone, gains the line, dumps on in, and it's Pizarro up the left wing on the forecheck, joining Nicolaitis. Pizarro able to keep the puck there in that near corner. It's going to roll to Nicolaitis through some help from O'Leary. Thrown in front, it hits a stick, goes to the end boards, and now it's the Stars keeping it in the zone once more. The Nighthawks have to reset near side of the ice. This one's going to come up and off the glass all the way toward Viscoso. He throws it across the ice, and now the Nighthawks try to dump it into the offensive end. We're finally going to get a penalty call here, as we're going to get a roughing call, it looks like, for Nico Viscoso. He'll go to the box. Let's see what the official call here is on the hit in the Stars' low slot. It is indeed a roughing call there. And so it'll be an offensive zone draw for Wilmington. Up 2 goals, now up a man for the next 2 minutes with 13:36 left to go in this opening frame. It'll be Bolognic. Druda, let's see here for a sec. With some equipment trouble are the Nighthawks. If your helmet comes off, you got to leave the ice for at least 1 second of game time. And so they'll get a fifth skater out there. But this is Druda and O'Day as the defensive pair. Bolognic to take the drop, and he's got Rosick out there as the second forward. It's the Nighthawks who control, top of the nearest circle. And the Nighthawks just probing right now, trying to find some open ice. Stars keeping their defensive shape well. Top of the circle on the forehand. It comes in. Deflection stopped there by Donaghy. Wonderful stop as the Nighthawks reset near side of the ice. They'll bring it all the way up to the near point. And it was Rosick pushing his man to the outside. Puck still in deep. It hits a skate. And now it's pulled to the side by Rosick, who takes a couple of whacks on the arm, trying to get that puck deep. It's the Nighthawks coming right back in the other direction. Nighthawks throw it up to the blue line and beyond. They'll have to reset in the neutral zone here. Still 1:14 left to go in the man advantage for the team in white. It's now Wilmington circling in low, trying to throw it toward the slot, but it was Druda able to get a shin guard the way, and then it's touched out by Rosick, and the Stars can make a change. It's going to be a quick up, it looks like, here for the Nighthawks, but the Stars kept O'Day out there, able to change the other three skaters as Bizarro able to turn his man in the neutral zone. The Nighthawks reset once more. 47 seconds left to go in the man advantage here as the Stars trying to get some momentum to kill off this penalty and cut the lead in half. It's now O'Day working it over to the near side of the ice, comes up to the near point, and Wilmington able to dump in once more. O'Day pushes his man wide and now passes him off to Nicolaitis. Top of the slot, thrown in. Nighthawks have it low, but it's O'Day able to get in the way and throw that puck up and out. It's now the Nighthawks back on the puck at their own blue line. They work it up past the logo. Here they come. It's a 1-on-2 for Wilmington, but Bizarro stride for stride with his man, throws him toward the corner. O'Day gets dumped there, but he was able to work that puck all the way up to the point. Kocher now pushes his man wide. Nighthawks have it at the near point once more. Russo out for Viscoso, who's out of the box. And so it's 5-on-5 hockey. It's a kill for the Stars as we tick just under 11 and a half minutes left to play in the opening frame. Stars able to dump that puck up and out of the defensive zone. Wilmington resets at their own blue line. Nighthawks will work it up through the neutral zone and carry it beyond, but O'Day able to push his man wide. And now the Nighthawks making a change behind the play as Russo pushes his man wide there. The Nighthawks trying to find a trailer, but Kocher and Nicolaitis had combined well, and it's Kocher getting the puck back, throwing it up, trying to get it up and out of the zone. Instead, it's O'Day now tracking back for it. In the far corner, Russo to take over, feathers one up toward Nicolaitis, who's able to throw that up past the blue line and relieve some pressure. Nicolaitis can go for a change. Davios and Gitman out, as it'll be O'Day throwing that puck up toward Russo. Russo turns with it, finds Davios just under the camera well. It's Davios all the way into the offensive end, throws that across. He was looking for Gitman, just a little out of his reach, and it'll be the Nighthawks turning the puck over at the Stars' blue line. It was Davios up for Gitman, who throws it into the offensive zone. Nighthawks take over once more. 10:20 left to go here in the opening set of this Silver Sticks tournament. It's Kocher pushing his man into the far corner, and now the end boards. It'll be Wilmington trying to take over beside the net. They throw it up into the slot. Davios, though, first there, throws that up and out of the zone. It's touched offside by the Nighthawks, and so, with 10 minutes even left to go here in the opening frame, it's a drop in the neutral zone. Nighthawks with a 2-goal lead. Shots 11-3 on the scoreboard. Not tracking them up here in the booth, but right now that tells the tale of this game. The Nighthawks with more chances, and as a result, more goals. It's O'Leary with Bizarro to his left, Nicolaitis to his right. Nicolaitis able to get that face-off win from O'Leary and dump on in. Now the Nighthawks trying to work it up the weak side of the ice. They skate it up and out of the zone. Viscoso able to hip push his man over to the side. Donaghy gets a stick on that crossing pass right through the blue paint, and so it'll be Bizarro to take over. He skates it up and out of his zone. He's got Nicolaitis joining the rush up the left wing. Fired in. He was looking for a pass to Nicolaitis off the leg pads of the netminder, but it was stopped first by the stick of the very same man in the crease for Wilmington, and so just a freeze and an offensive zone draw with 9.5 left to go in this opening half. It'll be Bizarro on the left wing. O'Leary in the middle. Nicolaitis fires it. He hits the post. Oh, just that close to cutting this lead in half were the Stars. Off the snapshot from Nicolaitis. Instead, the follow-up shot blocker down. And so the Stars with a little offensive push here, as it'll be Bizarro taking over that pass and trying to send it up toward O'Day. Nighthawks take over at the offensive blue line. Bizarro with a nice back check takes the puck off his man, throws it up to the blue line. It's not out just yet. Second bite at the apple. Wilmington able to keep it in. Bizarro gets a shin guard in the way. It's touched wide by O'Day, then fired high and wide by the Nighthawks, and now puck up and out of the defensive zone for the Stars. Nicolaitis on the forecheck. Stars can make a bit of a change, but it's O'Leary picking off a pass at the logo. Puck just gets pushed off his stick on a back check, and so with 8:42 left to play in the opening frame, it's an offensive zone draw for the Stars. Nothing more just yet for the team in navy blue, but it'll be Bolognic, Bergman, Rosick, O'Day, and Druda out there as the 5 skaters for the team from Coney Island. The win by Bolognic over to that far half wall, kept in by Druda, uses the body well, fired in, hits the outside of the iron, and once more. And so the Stars getting just that much closer to drawing some blood on the scoreboard, but it's Wilmington coming back the other way, diving and stopping the pass to the slot was Druda, and now it's Bergman with the reverse hit, and it'll be the Stars getting that puck up and out through Bolognic. And it's Rosick and Bergman on the rush now. Rosick loads up the wrister, throws it across looking for Bergman. And we'll see if we get a stoppage in play here as Bergman tries to separate himself from the Wilmington netminder. The actions continued down the ice, and we do finally get a stoppage as they look to be tangled up in the blue paint, does Bergman and the Wilmington netminder. But everyone hopping right on back up, getting a few stick taps now from the players on the ice. And so we'll just see if it's an equipment problem, hopefully nothing more, as the straps get adjusted in the blue paint. Of course, the health and safety of players from both teams out there on the ice, really the only thing that matters here. And it looks like all's well that ends well. It was a bang-bang play in the Wilmington blue paint there as Bergman drove hard toward the crease, but everyone back up and skating. And looks like it's incidental. That's the explanation to the Stars bench as to why we're still playing 5-on-5 hockey here. And the players and benches seem satisfied. And so onward we go. It's Rosick off the glass, not up and out yet. Rosick then steps into a man. Wilmington will come across the blue line and to the far circle. Now in the slot, fired in. Donaghy able to make the save over toward the corner. It's now Wilmington back on the puck. They'll try to throw a shot in that gets deflected wide. Comes out front. Donaghy shuts the door. It's Wilmington throwing it to the mid slot, but instead it's picked off by Rosick, who tries to find Bergman across the ice. And Bergman goes hunting on the forecheck now. Wilmington back up with it. 7.5 left to play here in the opening frame. It'll be Kocher all the way across, throwing that puck up and out. Bolognic able to kick it to himself, keep it out of the defensive zone, and then snap it up toward Bergman. Bouncing puck all the way across the ice. Bergman able to occupy 2 Wilmington skaters, and it's Kocher now firing that fluttering puck in. And it's going to be gloved down by the Wilmington netminder. Stars just starting to heat up a little bit here in the offensive zone. Shots now 14-8. Which, of course, a big improvement there for the Stars. At one point, it was 11-3 in the game. Games aren't won and lost by shots on goal, of course, but an indication maybe of where the possession-driven offense has been. In any event, it's the Stars trying to keep this puck in the offensive zone. They do through O'Day, back down for Bizarro. Bizarro looks to tap that back up to O'Day, so he has a little bit of time and space. O'Day walks the blue line, throws it across for Druda. Druda able to dump that in for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis in the far corner, takes a couple of hits there. O'Leary in for support. Bouncing puck's going to come up and out of the zone. All the way across was O'Day. Man able to ride the puck all the way into the Stars' defensive zone. O'Day tries to get his stick out from the wall and send that puck up and out of the zone. Puck's still loose. Wilmington dumps it in just a bit deeper. It's all the players standing up the puck. O'Leary comes away with it. He skates behind his own net. He'll turn now. By himself just a little bit of time. Tries to go off the glass, but it's some short glass on that far side of the ice. And so up into the netting. And a stoppage in play. Here in Westchester, PA, 6:19 left to go in this first half. It's Wilmington 2, Stars nothing. Defensive zone draw for the Stars. Izikov at the dot. He's able to win that over toward Gitman. Gitman throws that up to the far point. Wilmington keeps the zone momentarily. And that puck did never cross the blue line, but there's a long reach of Druda. Works it up to Davios, up to Izikov. Izikov throws that in. Oh, it looked like he was going across. He had the netminder fooled. Couldn't get it quite on target. Davios' follow-up shot hits a body in front, and here comes Wilmington back in the other direction. It's the Nighthawks trying to go past Gitman, but thrown into the corner is the puck, and O'Day lays the wood as that puck sat in the corner. Getting upended is Izikov, and so it's the Stars going to their first power play of the day on what should be a tripping call with 5:43 left to go. You can see Izikov carrying that behind the net, and he just gets tripped up immediately. The entire Stars bench jumped up at the time. 2 minutes for tripping on the board against the Nighthawks. And with 5:43 left to go in this first half, Stars with their best chance yet to cut this Nighthawks lead in half. It'll be Nicolaitis, O'Day, Rosick, O'Leary, and Bizarro as power play number 1 over the boards. Nicolaitis at the dot, wins it to Bizarro, spins it up to O'Leary. O'Leary now walks the blue line and works it for Bizarro, fires that across. Nobody backdoor just yet to touch it home. O'Day picks it up near half wall. O'Day all the way across. Bizarro now fires that just a bit wide of the cage. It's O'Day now on the puck. O'Day, top of the near circle, works it deeper for for O'Leary, who's looking for Nicolaitis. That's Rosick now in the corner, and that puck goes just a bit wanting. So Leary, who had gotten back to the blue line, it's Donaghy out of his net on the quick up. It's Bizarro now, works it all the way across for Rosick. Rosick into the offensive zone, throws that across for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis top of the far circle, looking for a trailer, and O'Day nearly had him. But it was a great touch by the Nighthawks that carries that puck up. And now it's a mini break in for the Nighthawks. They try to go past Donaghy, and he makes a save. He took just a little glance over his shoulder to make sure there wasn't a rebound that could be touched home. But it was Donaghy who did a wonderful job on that shorthanded breakaway opportunity. He came all the way across the crease, didn't get fooled by the forehand backhand deke, and made the save. And so, with 4:50 left to go in the first half, Donaghy keeps this a 2-goal game, and the Stars still with 1:05 left to go on the man advantage. Power play unit number 2 over the boards. This is Viscoso up the right wing. He's got Bergman streaking toward the backside of the net, tries to pull that just from behind the skates, does Bergman, able to keep possession, works it up to Russo. Kocher in the high slot. Viscoso gets back in position at the point. No look pass there up toward Russo. Puck flutters up to Viscoso, who snaps one off a skate, goes wide. Bergman now touches that up to Russo. Russo has to jab that deep. Bolognic, who had been net front, fires on the puck. It comes around front. Puck off the side of the cage and a leg pad, and cleared all the way down. Donaghy out of his cage once more. Another quick up. Nobody there, though, for the Stars on the near side, so here comes Wilmington back in the other direction. Wilmington side of the cage. They throw it all the way across the blue paint. Picking it up is Bergman. He touches it up toward Bolognic. Bolognic on the puck. He takes a hit there, and Bergman nearly around a man, but the Nighthawks did well to get stick on puck and work that up and out of the zone. This is now Russo at the logo. 5 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Russo into the offensive zone. Russo on the backhand, thinks about it, sends it to Bergman, who fires it across the net. Bergman takes a hit, but he did get the shot off, and now it's 5-on-5 hockey. It's Russo. Bergman calls for it in the low slot. Picked off there by the Nighthawks, but the zone kept by Viscoso. Down to Bolognic. Bolognic on the puck at the end boards, throws it to that far corner, and then it's worked up to Viscoso, who fires that in and hits a skate, and that puck might be iced as it comes all the way out. Donaghy was out to play it. He didn't need to as the puck crossed the red line. And it'll be an offensive zone draw here for the Stars, who got some good looks on the power play. Wilmington able to stand tall, and Donaghy on the shorthanded chance kept this a 2-goal hockey game with his save on the breakaway. This is now Izikov at the dot. Davios behind him, O'Day behind him. Puck sits at the dot. Firing on it is Isakov and Davios. Gitman in for support. As that puck in the corner. 3:10 left to go in this first half. It will be Gitman able to pull that puck off the wall and try to work it on over for Isakov. Too many skates in the way, though, so back for it is Druda. It'll be the Nighthawks who have to delay at the blue line. Touching up are the Nighthawks. They'll dump into the near corner. On the puck is O'Day. Skates out of trouble. Throws it all the way across. He was looking for Gitman, who got handcuffed just a bit by the pass. But onward we play. Gitman had done enough to cut out any icing. And the Nighthawks throw it up and out of the defensive zone. So Day for Druda, resetting are the Stars. Isakov able to dump that in, and Davios will give chase by the Zamboni doors. Davios on the puck in that near corner. Nighthawks look to come away with it, but Druda pinches in to keep the zone. And now the Nighthawks throw that up to the point once more. Bouncing puck comes all the way out of the zone. Nighthawks very happy with the zone clearance. Stars able to throw that puck up and out once more. And it's Isakov finding the puck at the logo from Druda. Over to Rosick. Rosick on over to Druda once more. Druda sends that in. It's deflected by a Nighthawks defenseman on net, but softly. And Wilmington able to throw it to the corner. Stars have it back. All the way behind the net they come to the near side. It's Bergman on the puck, curling toward the slot. Still Bergman firing in. There was a lot of traffic in front. Isakov had done well to set up shop, but the shot ended up hitting a Nighthawk before it reached the goal mouth. It's now Rosick firing in once more, and Bergman goes to the forecheck with 100 seconds left to go in this first half. It'll be Kocher picking up the puck in the neutral zone as he works it up that strong side of the ice. Turning is Rosick. Rosick all the way into the offensive end, nearly beats a man to find some open space. Viscoso stands that same man up so the Stars can get that puck back. Puck chopped into the offensive zone and sent right back out by Wilmington into the netting. Should be a neutral ice drop with 1:19 left to go here in the first half. Look for a center ice drop here, as that's where the puck was fired from when it ended up in the netting, I should say. And the Stars end. It's Bizarro, O'Leary, and Nicolaitis as the forwards, Kocher and Viscoso as the defenders. Wilmington works that up to the offensive blue line, but no farther, as Nicolaitis able to jam that into the offensive zone, but without possession. It's Wilmington right back into the neutral zone, looking for that seam pass. That connects into the offensive end. Viscoso there. Good gap control, so Donaghy saw that the whole way and was able to shovel that shot to the side. It's Bizarro who gets tripped up, able to get right back on his skates, lay a hit, and Wilmington has to reset at the point, but they're unable to do so, and it's O'Leary able to Olay one man and then two. Derek O'Leary all the way in, looking in the slot. The one-timer doesn't totally connect. It was Nicolaitis who took a cross-check to the back after the shot, and it'll be Wilmington coming back in the other direction. Well, what a play by O'Leary. Almost better, though, that the Stars didn't score there. Can't have goal of the year candidate so early in the season. It's now Wilmington in the mid-slot, firing in. Donaghy made himself big. That shot goes off his shoulder. Wilmington trying to reset. Last-second goal. Look for the Nighthawks, but unable to get past Donaghy, and so it'll be the Stars in the near corner. O'Day jams it up there. 5 seconds left to go. Look out. It's the Stars, and Nicolaitis first to it. He's just going to fire it down as the buzzer goes. And so, after one, it's Wilmington 2, the Stars 0. Stick around. Looks like we might have an ice cut upcoming. But when we come back, 22 and a half minutes of game action left to go. After a few words from our sponsors and an extended look in at a Zamboni cutting the ice, this is Midnight Sports.
right. It's midnight sports. Your grandma loves to watch.
as the Nighthawks look to come the other way. Getting all the way back is Viscoso and Kocher in all alone, and it's Donaghy who stands tall and is able to pop that up to the top of the zone. They keep it there. It's Nicolaitis now on the forecheck. That puck took a terrible carom off the stanchion. Terrible bounce off the glass, separating these teams so far. It's a win there by the Nighthawks. Fluttering puck in and knuckled down on Donaghy. It's been covered now for a few seconds. Izakov out there now with Pizarro and Kocher. Viscoso joins the party. Puck dumped all the way in. Back for it is Kocher. He takes a huge hit up any zone entry, and Izakov's now one-on-one with his man back into the offensive zone. Izakov there. Laser shot in, saved very nicely. But that puck in the zone comes off a shin guard, though, on the shot. And so here comes Wilmington. Back the other way. Donaghy does well to stop the initial one. Near side of the ice. This one's going to come up and off the glass all the way toward Viscoso. He throws it across the ice. Now the Nighthawks try to dump it into the offensive end at their own blue line. They work it up past the logo. Here they come. It's a 1-on-2 for Wilmington, but Pizarro stride for stride with his man, throws him toward the corner. O'Day right through the blue paint, and so it'll be Pizarro to take over. He skates it up and out of his zone. He's got Nicolaitis joining the rush up the left wing. Fired in. He was looking for a pass to Nicolaitis. Make a bit of a change, but it's O'Leary picking off a pass at the logo. Puck just gets pushed off his stick on a back check, and so with 8:42 left, some blood on the scoreboard, but it's Wilmington coming back the other way, diving and stopping the pass to the slot was Druda, and now it's Bergman with the reverse hit, but up toward Bergman, bouncing puck all the way across the ice. Bergman able to occupy two Wilmington skaters, and it's Kocher now firing that fluttering puck in, and it's going to be Gitman, but thrown into the corner is the puck, and O'Day lays the wood as that puck sat in the corner. Getting upended is Izakov, and so it's the Stars going, and O'Day lays the wood as that puck sat in the corner. Getting upended is Izakov, and so it's the Stars going to their first power play of the nearly had him, but it was a great touch by the Nighthawks that carries that puck up, and now it's a mini break in for the Nighthawks. They try to go past Donaghy, and he makes a save. He took just all right, welcome on back to Westchester, PA. You just saw some highlights put together by a crack production team during halftime. That's what I'm talking about, having D-Biz back up here in the booth. In any event, just an abbreviated warm-up period there before the second half of this one. 22 and a half minutes put back up on the board. It's Friday Night Lights right here on Midnight Sports. This will be the Stars, still moving right to left on your screen and radio dial. Always happy to have a nice crowd here in the rink. Parents staying warm. Again, it's warm outside, but it is chilly in here. Who would have guessed it? Nice rink that's cold. All right, everybody would have guessed it. In any event, it's Pizarro, O'Leary, Nicolaitis, Druda, and O'Day as the five skaters in front of Donaghy, whose late stop on a shorthanded chance in that first half kept this a two-goal hockey game. The Stars, despite that chance, had most of the momentum in the last 5 minutes of that half. They're looking to get right back to work here as they hit a couple of posts. It's now O'Leary pushing that puck in the offensive zone. Wilmington's going to come back in the other direction. Clean ice out there as the ice cut happened at halftime. It's the Stars coming away with it. It's O'Leary with Nicolaitis and Pizarro, but a Zamboni puddle looks to have caught the puck there, and Donaghy able to shepherd that puck over to the near corner, so no scoring chance for Wilmington as they had come back in. It's Nicolaitis carrying that into the offensive zone. That puck stopped for him off the outside of the iron, but it's O'Day throwing that wide, and Pizarro all the way across for it. Stars look to set up that puck just out of Druda's reach, and here comes Wilmington. O'Day all the way back as that puck rolls to the end boards. O'Day able to stand a man up there, and the Stars throw that up to the blue line. It spins on out. Wilmington will have to reset. It's the Nighthawks throwing it over to the near side of the ice and then dumping in. Out of his cage was Donaghy to settle the puck for O'Day. O'Day on the puck, works it up to Pizarro. Pizarro on the puck across for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis gains the line, dumps on in. Stars can make a change as Wilmington has to hunt it down behind their own net. Bergman fired out of a cannon on the forecheck, joined there by Rosick. It's Wilmington up through the neutral zone into the offensive end where they're stopped by Kocher. A nice soft pass finds Rosick with Bergman streaking into the zone. That shot goes wide on a deflection. Rosick hunts it down immediately. Wilmington back on the puck. Balonik out to center. The two wingers. He gets that puck back, throws it on over for Rosick. Across for Bergman. It takes a deflection, and Bergman has to try and capture it in the near corner. But again, the Zamboni water throwing off the skaters out there to start. That'll stop here in a minute or two as the ice gets chopped up from the skaters. In any event, it's Wilmington coming back up the near side and now into the offensive zone. They get in tight and shoot that puck wide. Going for the far corner were the Nighthawks, but unable to do so, and the Stars will come away with it. Just a note on the Zamboni water on the ice. Of course, Zamboni has to cut the ice and make it playable again, and so that's just the cost of doing business out here in these late summer games where it's so warm outside that the ice doesn't dry right away. In any event, it's a 2-on-1 developing here for Wilmington. Up the near side of the ice, down went Kocher, and that soft shot was sticked aside there by Donaghy. Fluttering shot comes in, it's stopped by Kocher before it reaches the goal mouth, and now the Stars through Bergman able to gain the line, dump on in, and go for a change. Turning are Bergman and Rosick for the bench. On is Izikov. He's got Druda and O'Day out there with him. Gitman and Russo join the party. It's Gitman on the forecheck all the way across. That dump in doesn't connect. Gitman gets it and skates it up past the logo. He'll gain the blue line, but no farther as he takes a big hit into the boards. Uncalled there. Gitman able to pop up eventually, and it'll be the Nighthawks sending it up and out of their zone. Druda back to his own zone to collect. Works it up to O'Day. O'Day able to duck the shoulder past a man and carry it into the offensive end, but just a bit offside with 19:19 left to go in this second half. Now you can see on the replay there that puck carried up, and it ended up just a little bit offside due to the streak up the right wing. And so it's Wilmington winning the ensuing faceoff. They're going to dump in wide of the cage. Donaghy makes sure as Druda stands up his man on the far side, and Russo able to send that on up to a teammate. It's Izikov carrying it up for Russo. Gitman up the left wing. Russo able to gain the offensive end, tries to shield the puck there. It comes off a stick though, so Druda comes across to slow down the Wilmington rush. Thrown all the way across. Donaghy stands tall as that puck could have taken a deflection in the net. Instead, Donaghy good position to keep that one out. It's Wilmington now gaining the offensive zone once more in the mid slot. Coming across was Nico Viscoso to block the shot, and Wilmington will have to reset. They throw this one across. Kocher in the way, and he's able to move that up for Gitman, who gets it past the blue line after going around a man. Puck all the way into the offensive end. Izikov gives chase. Kocher mans the near point as Izikov's in on the forecheck. Bizarro joins with Russo out there. Bizarro able to pick that puck off at the far end boards. He's got some, at the far half wall. He had a little bit of ice. The shot hit a man in front, so Kocher able to combine with Izikov to keep the zone. Bizarro back on the forecheck. Puck rolls over toward Nicolaitis, who's able to keep it, and it's thrown up to the blue line, but out. It splits the defenseman, does that Stars pass, and so now O'Leary can get on the ice in place of Izikov. It's Nicolaitis who was looking for the trailer in O'Leary, but instead Wilmington comes away with it. Wilmington side of the cage. That puck takes a deflection off Kocher, rolls harmlessly to the end boards, and now it'll be Nicolaitis who is manning the slot, coming away with the puck. He's got Pizarro up the left wing. O'Leary down the middle. It's Nicolaitis on the puck. Soft pass in, hits a couple of skates. O'Leary tries to throw it right back in front. Keeping the zone is O'Day. Fires it farther, hits a stick, goes wide. Stars able to keep the zone once more. Giving chase is Bizarro, near side of the ice. Bizarro looking for Druda at the near point. That puck bounces off a couple of sticks, and Druda and O'Day combine to sandwich their man off the puck. And on the quick up, it's Wilmington throwing it right back toward the Stars zone. Bizarro all the way across the ice, just trying to find a passing lane out there are the Stars to prevent any zone break-in by Wilmington. It's Druda throwing that back for O'Day. O'Day and O'Leary on the puck, and it'll be O'Leary coming away with it, able to chip that up and out of the defensive zone. It's Wilmington turning, but Nicolaitis is right there. It's Nicolaitis all alone in the offensive zone, fires in. He was looking low far side, nearly had it, but a leg pad save and a good one by the Nighthawks, kept that puck out. Druda keeps his own, throws that in, deflection, carries it just wide off the stick of Nicolaitis. It'll be the Nighthawks now dumping that puck all the way down, should cross the end line for an icing. It does with 16:36 left to go in this game. It's the Stars pushing to change the scoreboard from a 2-1 game to a 2-1 game. Excuse me, 2-0 game to a 2-1 game. It's easy for you to say. That's what they always tell me when I get everything wrong up here in the booth. It's Bolognic trying to work that puck forward. He's able to chop it to himself with a little bit of help from Bergman and then cycle it around for Rosick. Rosick on the puck, dumps it deeper for Bergman. Bergman cycles that puck up to the far half wall, and now Druda fires in. That hits a stick, and it'll be Wilmington coming away with it. Druda didn't have much of a choice there. Had to dump that puck in deeper. He did. Wilmington anticipated. Rosick gets his stick held for a minute, and it's going to be, looks like an icing call here, and nothing more for the Stars. So an offensive zone draw for the team in navy blue. They wanted a holding the stick call. They're not going to get it, but they will get an offensive zone draw on the icing from Wilmington. Bolognic to take far side of the ice. Bergman in the slot. Viscoso and Kocher behind. As that puck hits a shin guard and rolls all the way into the offensive end for Wilmington. Viscoso across to catch the trailer after Kocher did well to push his man into the corner. All the way back is Rosick on the puck. He's able to go around a man. Bergman had waited for the puck there. Rosick then beats a second man and does leave for Bergman. Bergman gets on his horse all the way into the offensive end, throws it across. He was looking for the one-timer for the Stars, but instead that puck hopped over all sticks. This puck's just going to roll into the offensive end for Wilmington, and it'll be Donaghy out to cover with 15:36 left to go in this second half. A defensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. Well, Isakov, Russo, Davios, O'Day, and Druda as the five skaters. That's won by the Nighthawks and snapped home from the top of the far circle. And just like that, the Nighthawks extend their lead to 3 with 15:33 left to play. It was a bang-bang play and a laser from the top of the far circle, as you can see on the replay. And so this will be face-off at center ice. Isakov wins it forward, and Wilmington tries to dump in. Nice play there by Druda. Send it over all hands, and it'll be Wilmington having to collect behind their net. Nighthawks throw that puck all the way up. This one should go for an icing. No, it's washed by the deep official there, and so he must have thought that the Stars backed off that puck unnecessarily. In any event, it's Wilmington coming away with the puck. Stars are going to be hard done by here if that shot gets on net. Instead, fanned on by Wilmington, but they've got the puck back and they throw it deeper in the zone. Still Nighthawks here at the blue line, but it's kicked out by Russo, who picks up the puck. He's got Isakov coming across for him. Russo touches that deeper, but it was Isakov who was bumped off that center lane. And so just a little jousting after the play as the temperature rises just a bit here at the Iceline Quad Rinks in Westchester, PA. Stars had a lot of momentum going there until the snapshot off the face-off by Wilmington, and so visitors feeling just a little hard done by, as this will be O'Leary in the circle. So get stick on puck and leave the puck there for Bizarro. Nicolaitis curls toward the front. It's Bizarro all the way up for Kocher, who had come down on the backside looking to snap a shot off. Instead, Wilmington able to collect, and now into the offensive zone comes the Nighthawks. Getting down was Viscoso to block the pass, and it was O'Leary up for Bizarro. The zone breakout doesn't go the Stars' way. Kocher back behind his own net to try and get that puck up and out. Viscoso able to hit someone as O'Leary curls back for the puck. Tries to tap it on around, rolling puck to the far side of the ice. Nicolaitis gets stick on puck over there. He's got two Nighthawks all over him, though. And Kocher joins for support. Rolling puck comes up to the Nighthawks, fired in. And on the rebound, it ends up in the back of the net. And just like that, it's the Nighthawks 4 and the Stars 0. Well, Donaghy had done well on the initial shot there. Again, just an unfortunate rebound down low in front, ended up finding a Nighthawks stick immediately. And so the Nighthawks increase their lead. It's a 4-0 hockey game here with 14:03 left to go in the second half. This will be Bolognic, Rosick, and Bergman as the three forwards, Druda and O'Day as the defenders. Well, it'd be fair to say the puck luck thus far in the game has not been on the Stars' side, but still plenty of hockey left to play here as we just now ticked under 14 minutes left to go in this second half. It's Bolognic on the forecheck. The Nighthawks try to touch that up. They do. They bounce the puck up and out of the zone, but all the way back there was Riley Bergman to cut out the threat. Nighthawks try to pour forward once more. It's Wilmington throwing that toward the slot. Getting a stick on it was O'Day, and he sent it on over for Bolognic. Bolognic passes that up through the neutral zone. He didn't get his first choice there as the back check from Wilmington had made the play just a little bit more difficult. It's Druda back, and O'Day able to shepherd that puck momentarily. It rolls in front. Donaghy able to make a reaction save as that puck was in tight, and Donaghy did well as that puck had rolled just to the top of the blue paint. He got post to post there on the initial cycle around and stayed tough against that post to keep this a 4-goal hockey game. It's Bolognic now in the near circle to take this drop. He's able to win that forward. Nighthawks control, top of the slot, over to the near side. Nighthawks with some space. Donaghy able to throw the big mid on it and throw it to the near corner. It's the Nighthawks once more on the puck, far side of the cage. And they'll work it up to the far point, now the near point. It's the Nighthawks staying far to the outside of the offensive zone, but controlling the puck until Gitman able to step in the way. Takes a hit, but he gets the puck up and out of the zone. Here come the Nighthawks once more. It's Rosick on the forecheck there as Bolognic had tried to work that puck through the neutral zone, and the Nighthawks able to slap it just a bit farther. It's now the Stars back on the puck. Rosick able to pull that puck to the top of the near circle, but no farther. Here come the Nighthawks once more as they make a change just behind the play. They're able to change one skater out of the way and keep that puck far circle. They snap that shot wide. It's going to hit the curved wall and roll all the way out. Skipman on the forecheck now, pushing that puck all the way in the offensive zone. Nighthawks still control. Far side of the ice now. Druda able to send that puck harmlessly to the corner. O'Day joins as that rolling puck comes out to the slot, but it was Gitman who was there and able to send that puck up toward Isikoff. Isikoff leaves for Davios. Davios now into the offensive zone. That shot took a deflection, goes wide as Davios was one-on-one with his man, and it's Russo now putting some pressure on the puck in that near corner. It's going to roll free. Davios stands a man up, but it's Wilmington coming away with it. Nighthawks with the puck. They throw that up and out on a deflection, so Kocher settles for Viscoso. Viscoso in his own end works that up. Strong side. Nighthawks will dump in. It was a delayed offside. They had to back off momentarily, which gives Viscoso a little bit of time to work that over to Russo. Nighthawks right back on the puck as it sits in that far corner. Stars come away with it. Stars still on the puck. It's Isikoff now on up. He was looking for Russo, who was reaching for it. Davios able to stand a man up by the boards, and we'll see. Looks like it'll be the Nighthawks going to the box. Just trying to lay the wood a little bit are the Nighthawks, and that puck thrown out front. It still should be a delayed call. The Nighthawks touched up and sent it all the way down. So the Stars down 4, but about to be up a man here. Well, we'll see. Stars skating to their own end, but it's a roughing call against the Nighthawks, so perhaps just trying to help by getting the puck and buying a little bit of time for power play number 1 to come on over the boards. And it'll be O'Leary and O'Day back at the blue line. Nicolaitis to take the drop. Pizarro to his left and Rosick to his right. That face-off sent out of the zone, and the Stars will have to track back for it. O'Day gets body position, and he gets thrown into the boards there, but able to keep his skates and protect the puck for O'Day. That's how you do it on the power play, ladies and gentlemen. O'Leary able to shield the puck, and now he skates that up to the far point. O'Day to take over there. O'Day takes that puck out of the air, puts it down on the ice with his stick, and then drops it for Rosick. Rosick walks the blue line, sends it across, and it's saved nicely by the Wilmington netminder with 1:29 left to go on the man advantage for the Stars 10:28 left to go in this game. Well, 2 seconds to go in the game. You could have made a wish. 10:30 on the clock. 10:30 p.m. in the rink. This will be Nicolaitis at the dot. Wins that on back to Rosick, who settles it for O'Leary. O'Leary walks the blue line, finds a little bit of space for Bizarro. Bizarro right back to O'Leary, top of the slot. O'Leary able to shuffle that over for O'Day, who fires in. That puck shrugged off, and it's now Bizarro coming across into the slot, trying to keep that puck in the zone. Instead, sent all the way up and out. As you may recall from earlier Midnight Sports broadcast this season, 18U hockey, USA hockey, has determined that there will be no more icing on penalty kills, and that's why you didn't hear the whistle go there. It's O'Leary back into the offensive zone, throws it all the way across for Bizarro. Bizarro on the puck on the far side of the ice. He pushes that puck up to Rosick at the far point. Rosick fires that in and takes a deflection. O'Day has it back top of the slot. It's O'Day looking to set something up. O'Leary on the one-timer. Kick save and a butte by the Nighthawks, and they send it right on out. Donaghy out of his cage to settle the puck. 33 seconds left to go on the man advantage. It's the Stars on a quick up. Oh, what a play there by Brendan Rosick. He's able to carry that into the offensive zone. Oh boy. The last deke sees the puck come off on a poke check, and so the Stars have to move back for it. It's Viscoso for O'Day. O'Day right back toward Viscoso. Viscoso with some speed, carries that puck toward the offensive end and dumps on in. It's the Stars giving chase. Bergman and Nicolaitis out there on the forecheck. Bizarro joins them. This puck's going to be sent up and out. Just 1 second left to go in the man advantage. It's 5-on-5 hockey now, as the Stars with a couple of looks, but nothing doing on the power play, and so Wilmington has killed that off. 8:47 left to go in this game as the Nighthawks come up the left side of the ice into the offensive zone. Drop pass connects to the point. Nighthawks fire in. Donaghy with the initial save. Rebound still loose, and Donaghy able to make a snow angel and trap the puck there as it had come into the crease. And so 8:36 left to go here in the second half. Donaghy with the save. Defensive zone draw upcoming for the Stars. This is Izikov with Bolonik out there. Viscoso, Bergman, and Kocher. Lines a little bit jumbled here as Coach O'Brien looking for a response from the Stars, and with the special teams that had been out there, of course, you have to jumble the line combinations so that each skater can get some rest on the bench to be ready to go at full speed thereafter. That was Bergman with a shot block up into the netting, and that's why we had a stoppage in play. A brave play from Riley Bergman there. 8.5 minutes left to go in a 4-goal hockey game, and he's out there blocking shots. To be commended is Bergman. This puck worked up from Bolonik, looking for Bergman, who's going to be first to it at the end boards. He'll be pinned there, but he keeps the puck in the offensive zone and waits for some support. Stars come away with it on the backhand, trying to throw that toward the net was Bolonik. Couple of bodies in the way, and Wilmington chips that up and out. Viscoso gives chase. Wilmington down the right wing. Viscoso able to shoulder a man once and twice as Wilmington looks for some retaliation, but Izikov comes away with it. Izikov on up to Bolonik. Bolonik on the puck, works it up to the blue line after taking a hit, or maybe during. It's Wilmington now with the puck at the blue line. They'll dump on in, and so back for it is Kocher. Side of the net, Kocher works that over for Bergman. Kocher back on the puck, and the puck will be worked up to the far side of the ice, up and out of the zone, and so Bolonik, will get that puck deep. Izikov will give chase. Stars can make a partial change. It's Wilmington near side of the ice now, trying to work that up and out of the zone. Gitman out there on the forecheck. Wilmington's going to come forward with it, 2-on-2, but Druda across to cut out the threat. Now O'Day bodies his man to the side. Rolling puck will sit at that far point as the Stars look to take over. They're able to chop it out of the zone. Shots 27-18 right now as Wilmington able to work that puck into the neutral zone. It's now Wilmington, top of the far circle. O'Day pushes his man wide. Wilmington looking for a slot pass. Coming all the way around the ice. Top of the near circle now, trying to find a trailer on a saucer pass. Instead, they'll have to collect it at the end boards. There's the trailer. Shot comes in wide of the cage. It's O'Day to pick up. Puck still at the end boards, now worked up to the near point. Wilmington dumps in once more. O'Day to pick up as Wilmington considers a change on the fly. Instead, it'll be O'Day getting in the way of any dump in. Druda to take over. Druda over for Gitman. Gitman turns. He's able to use the boards to work that puck up and out. He was looking for Russo and Davios. Instead, rolling puck comes up to Druda. He's able to backhand it off the boards, and now Gitman does find Russo. Russo toward the offensive zone. Rolling puck into the offensive zone, but instead, it's going to be a delayed offside, and the whistle goes as the Stars get close. 6:11 left to go in this one. And the Stars with a neutral zone drop upcoming. Find themselves down 4 goals, but still skating hard out there, looking to find the twine on the left side of the ice. This will be O'Leary with Pizarro to his left, Nicolaitis to his right. Druda and O'Day behind. Wilmington controls as we tick towards 6 minutes left to go in this game. That puck's going to be pushed all the way forward. O'Day all the way back for it. Icing is going to be called as O'Day had skated parallel to the puck just to make sure the Wilmington skater wasn't going to get to it first. But once he was assured of that, able to buy his team an icing. And so Pizarro in the slot, O'Leary at the dot, Nicolaitis at the far half wall, Druda and O'Day behind them. This puck is going to sit momentarily at the dot, bouncing puck. It looked like Druda maybe had kept it in, but instead the arm goes up for delayed offside, and now the Stars touch it. And so with 5:50 left to go in this second half, another neutral zone draw upcoming, far side of the ice, right in front of the fans, who have stayed at this one despite the frosty temperatures on the inside of this beautiful arena. It's O'Day in front of the scorer's table. Nighthawks come away with it, but only momentarily. They'll have to skate back to their own blue line to control. It's a point-to-point pass there for the Nighthawks as the Stars take over after the O'Day hit, separates his man from the puck. O'Leary on the puck, tries to shepherd it wide. Nighthawks will come away side of the cage. They throw it across. Oh boy, Donaghy with the save. He had gotten the big leg pad out, had Donaghy, and the Nighthawks thought they had scored. And this time they did. Well, that was barred down by the Nighthawks after a beautiful Donaghy save. He had gotten all the way across. But as that puck ended up cycled to the top of the slot, there was a lot of traffic in front of the Stars netminder. And that high shot ended up beating the man in blue. And so, with 5:11 left to play in this game, it's the Nighthawks 5, the Stars nothing. This will be Blonick at the dot, Bergman to his left, and Rosick to his right. Nighthawks look to come away with it, but it was Blonick able to work it over toward Bergman. Bergman lays the shoulder on a man, and will play on here as Kocher will turn into his own end for the puck. Kocher far half wall. That puck feathered up past the defensive blue line, and Bergman will take over. He's got a man draped on his shoulder. And there's going to be no call coming as Bergman went down there. Stars wanted one on the ice, but they're not going to get it. Kocher will play this all the way across. He finds Rosick in the offensive zone. Rosick chips this up. It was Bergman who wanted to play that puck. He did with a high stick, and so the Nighthawks end up playing it to the far side of the ice. It's touched up to Kocher. Kocher down for Rosick. Rosick across for Bergman, who tries to settle it with the glove. He's able to keep the zone momentarily, but the puck just too hot to handle. And so the Nighthawks able to carry it into the offensive end, but behind them. And so they'll go offside here, Wilmington. And we'll get a stoppage in play with 4:19. Time enough to remind you, Stars back in action tomorrow at 1:15 p.m. right here at Iceline Quad Rinks. If you can't make it down to the rink, we'll have all the coverage for you, subject to carrier restrictions, right here on Midnight Sports. Stars taking on old foes, Snyder Hockey. Dropped a decision to them, 3-0 to open the season. Here come the Nighthawks firing in. Donaghy able to freeze that puck after making the save. And it'll be a defensive zone drop upcoming for the Stars. Should be a good game tomorrow against Snyder Hockey. And then in the evening, it will be the Stars taking on at 9 o'clock even Team Philadelphia right here at Iceline Quad Rinks in Rink 3. So the 1:15 p.m. game tomorrow is in Rink 4. The 9 p.m. game tomorrow is in Rink 3. You don't have to remember a thing other than to tune right in to this YouTube channel. Go ahead and give that YouTube channel, Midnight Sports, a like, subscribe, or follow. and you'll stay up to date on all the New York Stars 2025-2026 18U action. Brought to you from the comfort of your own couch. It's now Gitman trying to push that puck up and out of the zone at the far half wall. He's got support from Druta. The Nighthawks dump it in once more. The Nighthawks behind the cage now. Straight threes across the board. 3:33 left to play in this game as the Nighthawks look to add to their tally. It's Nighthawks on the backhand. They fire it in, and Donaghy able to fight that off and then jump right on top of it with 3:22 remaining to go in this game. And surely goal difference and goals for some tiebreaker somewhere. We'll leave that to the folks who can do math just a little bit. But of course, the Nighthawks pushing for another goal and the Stars doing the same at the other end. One loss does not spell disaster in this tournament, but certainly you want to keep the games as close as possible for tiebreaker purposes. In any event, it's Nicolaitis trying to work that puck for O'Leary. Two Nighthawks in the way. They'll keep the zone. Will Wilmington, only until Bizarro able to shovel that over for Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis has two men on him. Tries to protect the puck, carries it into the offensive zone, and the Nighthawks will take over as we're under 3 minutes left to play in this game. It's Viscoso on the puck, far side of the ice. Carries it just a little bit into the neutral zone. Here comes Wilmington right back the other way. O'Leary had gotten back to cut out the threat, and Viscoso now for support. Works it on over for Kocher. Kocher on the puck. Able to shovel that up toward Nicolaitis. Nicolaitis now cross center ice. It's a screen shot and it was bouncing. And O'Leary on the follow-up goes just wide. Nicolaitis looking to bank one in from behind the net. Gets stood on and pinned against the boards at the end of the ice. It's O'Leary for support. O'Leary and Nicolaitis cycling the puck well, but it'll be Nicolaitis who's going to go to the box here as they can't believe the call, given that the same hit was leveled on him near the end of the first half. But Nicolaitis to the box here. He's going to go for cross-checking with 2:20 left to go in this game. 2 minutes on the board for the Nicolaitis cross-check. And just one eyebrow raised from number 8 there, as it was a cross-check he went to the box for. And of course, it was a cross-check that he disagreed with as he had carried the puck into the offensive end at the end of the first half. Didn't get the call, and so as it often does, the hockey gods not in the player's favor who had wanted a call at one end of the ice, and it was called against him at the other. In any event, 2 minutes even left to go here as Donaghy gets down with the stick, makes a save, and now we're going to get another call. It'll be a cross-check on Wilmington at the top of the goal mouth. And so some 4-on-4 hockey coming up with 2:01 left to play in this game. Shots 32-18 in Wilmington's favor. A minute and 42 seconds of 4-on-4 hockey, assuming no more paperwork. For the last 2 minutes and 1 second of this game, most of it will be at 4-on-4. This is Bizarro at the dot. Takes a swipe at it, wins the faceoff, fired in off a stick it goes. Does the puck. Wilmington controls behind their net. A lot of ice out there right now with a skater aside off the ice, and so Stars have to back off to prevent any odd man rush for Wilmington, but it's Bizarro who had captured the puck and worked it up for O'Day. Rosick able to carry that puck forward and into the offensive zone where Wilmington takes over. It's the Nighthawks right across the center ice logo. They'll pour into the offensive end, but Bizarro picks off the pass, and he works it up for Rosick. Rosick on the puck, surveys his options as he carries that and dumps it on into the offensive end. 1:20 left to go in this game. O'Day able to keep the zone. O'Day feathers that puck just a bit deeper. Rosick tries to turn with it. It bounces off a stick, and here come the Nighthawks right back in the other direction. It's a 1-on-2. The Nighthawks come in. A good stick lift by O'Day. Sees that puck then on the ensuing shot, bounce up and over, and Donaghy able to watch that puck go wide as he stuck the big leg pad against it. It's still the Nighthawks here on the backhand. Donaghy makes himself big, takes a chop there at the end, but makes the save. And the Stars with a couple of words for their competitors for taking the chop at Donaghy's glove. 54.9 left to go in this second half. Still 35 seconds left to go on the 4-on-4. This will be Isikoff at the dot, near side. Kocher and O'Leary in the slot. That puck's dropped. One by Wilmington up to the near point. It's the Nighthawks. They'll fire in, looking for a deflection from the far post. And instead, it'll be O'Leary tracking down, firing it up to Isikoff, who's able to get that puck across the blue line. No farther just yet. Kocher able to push his man deep into the Nighthawks defensive zone, but it's a quick up for Wilmington and right back into the offensive zone. Near point, Wilmington will dump that to the near side of the cage. Looking all the way across for the Nighthawks, and then they'll fire in on a rebound off a deflected pass. And just like that, with 24.3 left to go in this game, it was a broken play. Kocher had done well. He got down, blocked the cross-ice pass. But as has happened so often in this game, the Stars just can't buy a break out there. The puck found a Wilmington stick immediately, and they were able to roof that puck just past Donaghy, who had to stay attuned to the cross-ice pass. And so, 20 seconds left to go in this one. It's 5-on-4 for the Stars for that 20 seconds. And it'll be Bergman into the offensive end. On the wrister, it goes off a skate and wide. 10 seconds left to play here as Nicolaitis out there on the forecheck. We'll keep our eye on this as temperatures have been high throughout this game. And so we'll see if there's any jawing after the game. But there goes the buzzer as the Stars pour toward Donaghy, despite the loss, to congratulate him on a good game. And so we've gone final here in Westchester, PA. It's the Nighthawks 6, the Stars nothing. There'll be a handshake line, but don't forget to tune in tomorrow, 1:15 p.m., subject to carrier restrictions. It's the Stars taking on Snyder Hockey right here on Midnight Sports. Until then, stay safe.